Casual family? Welcome to CWC Daily for April 16, 2025. We've got a great show for you guys tonight. It is Wrestlemania week. We have a full schedule of content coming to you for the next, four days? We have 3 bonus episodes on Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. But tonight, we have Drew McIntyre sets Wrestlemania rules for fans. Topps trading cards adds cool patches to WrestleMania gear, and The Rock's Hollywood faction might add some new members. I'm your host, the Notorious D, joined once again by the queen of casual level up, Lauren.
What's up, y'all?
You guys know the drill. One big topic, some Discord-fueled chaos, and all the headlines that actually matter. If you're feeling the energy, then show some love. Like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Pull up on the Casual Wrestling Discord. No gatekeeping, no fluff, just raw, unfiltered wrestling talk. Got a hot take? Drop it in the comments. Slide into the Discord or shoot us an email at questions@casualwrestling.com. Today's episode is brought to you by the Casual Wrestling merch store. Fresh heat is in the store right now, but we'll talk about that at the end of the show. First, let's start off with drumroll, please. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. The official Casual Wrestling WrestleMania predictions for 2025. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
We're going to go through each match. Night 1, night 2. You'll give me your winner.
Is it me versus you?
It's me versus you.
Ooh, okay.
It is 1 point per pick.
Can we have the same picks or no?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
This is separate from our fantasy rosters where we couldn't have overlap.
Okay.
This is now coming down to not who you want to win, but who you think's going to win.
Okay.
1 point per match. Okay?
Right.
Then there is a bonus on each of the nights, a get hype moment. Mm-hmm. Okay?
All right.
If that comes true, that's worth 2 points. Then there is a Randy Orton mystery opponent question. That's worth 3 points.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Here we go. Night 1, Lauren. Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Who you got?
I have Jade.
I have Jade as well. I think that's the safe bet. I don't foresee any shenanigans in this match. I think a lot of times for a heel like Naomi, you can lose this match, and her character work is so good right now that it can either continue the story or she can transition right to the next babyface.
True.
I'm with you on that one. Number 2, Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Is it Americano or Americana?
O, because O is for a boy.
Okay.
A is a girl.
So El Grande Americano.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you got?
El Grande Americano.
Okay, so this is not as... I thought you were going Rey Mysterio.
No.
Really?
No. I'm tired of Rey Mysterio winning.
I am too.
I'm ready for Grande Americano.
And I think because they didn't make it a mask versus mask match, that leads me to believe that El Grande Americano is winning and that the mask versus match is coming down the road. It's just not at WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. If they change that stipulation at any point before WrestleMania, they sometimes make these surprise announcements. Sometimes maybe on SmackDown they do it. If they change it, it will change my opinion, but I will lock in El Grande Americano as well.
America.
LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu.
So I chose LA Knight here.
Damn, we are right in line.
Are we really?
Yeah. Ooh. So this is going to come down to 1 or 2 matches is what it looks like.
Yeah, or like what our predictions are, whatever.
So I said LA Knight will get the victory over Jacob Fatu here. I think Jacob is on his way to winning that title. Yeah. I don't know if it's at WrestleMania. I don't believe it is.
I don't think so, not yet.
All right, the War Raiders versus the New Day.
I like the New Day, but I'm going to go with the War Raiders here.
This is bullshit.
Why?
Because I'm going with the War Raiders as well.
I just feel like maybe the
Are you looking at my list?
No, I don't have access to that stuff.
Oh, that's bullshit. I feel like
it's top secret.
I feel like you looked at the Notion document.
No.
And you were able to scout my picks. I thought I had something here. All right, then Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair.
I'm going for Tiffy time.
Okay, first one where we're going to have a possible point earned. I'm going Charlotte Flair.
Okay.
As much I'm Team Tiffy through and threw ride or die for my team Tiffy. But I still believe the best way to tell this story is Charlotte Flair winning this match.
In my mind, me and Tiffany Stratton are already best friends because we're like on TikTok together. You know,
that's awesome. But once again, this isn't about who you want to win.
I want her to win.
This is about who you think
it's time for change.
Logistically should be the winner. So this is our first one where a point can be earned. Okay.
All right.
Gunther versus Jey Uso.
Gunther.
Wait, what?
I'm going for Gunther.
Because I know we had the conversation yesterday.
Yeah.
Where we talk shit and we said, what if you're locking in Gunther?
Yeah, I'm locking Gunther.
I got Jey Uso.
All right. Well,
I don't see the world. They already did the Jey Uso almost wins thing at Saturday Night Main Event. They can't do that again.
I'm going to stick with my initial reaction, and that was my initial reaction.
Hey, I'm not mad. I'm not mad because in my heart of hearts, I want Gunther to win and become the biggest bad guy in Las Vegas, but I can't. This is one that I feel like is pretty locked in.
All right.
So there's two matches where we can gain a point on each other. Next, we have Seth Rollins versus CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. Who you got?
CM Punk.
I do too.
Okay.
I do too. And I wavered on this. And I'm still wavering on this. There's a part of me that believes it's Seth Rollins, but now that I've gotten some new information.
Oh, so you have insider information.
Third news topic today.
Okay.
I think it's CM Punk.
All right. Let's go.
So that's night one.
Okay.
That handles the card for night one.
All right.
Now your get hype moment of night one is...
Oh, I had one initially, and now I'm going to kind of change it because I think that it could make sense.
All right, go for it.
I think that Solo Sikoa intervenes in the Gunther match.
In the Gunther match?
Yeah.
Why the Gunther match?
Because of what's his name being there.
Jay?
No, not Jay. Wait, no, I'm way confused.
LA Knight, Jacob Fatu.
Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
That's better.
Thank you.
That made more sense to me. When you said Gunther, I thought, what? Were you drawing the connection?
I had that Becky Lynch was going to show up, but I really don't think that's going to happen.
Okay.
So.
I mean,
I don't know.
News story number 3. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
My get hype moment for night one of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Nikki Bella shows up and interacts with Chelsea Green and is Chelsea Green's next big opponent for the United States Championship. Now, I don't know if that match is necessarily going to happen at WrestleMania, but the reason we are so quiet right now on Chelsea Green, they have something. I'd call bullshit. Now her husband has spoken up and is like, you couldn't find anything for her. This is now starting to feel like a work. Like the story is. Yeah. Okay. And I feel like I saw that Natalya kind of said that Nikki Bella's been training with her. Mm-hmm. What else is she training for? Chelsea Green has gone on record as saying she is the ultimate divas fan.
Yeah.
So Nikki Bella seems like a dream match. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I could see night one them making the challenge and night 2 them having the match. I think it's more likely that they interact at some point, setting up something for Monday Night Raw and moving forward with Nikki Bella being back on the women's roster. I don't think Nikki's going to get back involved in the major stories, but the perfect place for her to come back is in a story with Chelsea Green.
Okay. So sort of like how Trish Stratus comes and goes, right?
Sure. That's my get hype night one moment. All right, night 2. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. You have
Logan Paul.
Same. I have Logan Paul. I don't think that's not a tough one to call there. Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic Mysterio.
I'm torn on this match.
I chose, I think, Braun originally, and then I changed it.
So I don't think it's Braun. I think Braun probably has the least amount of chance to win this match because I think this is a graduation for Braun Breaker. You're above being a mid-card champion. It's time for you to go fight the big boys.
Oh, okay.
So I think this is a graduation for Braun Breaker. That leaves me with Dominic Mysterio. I still think maybe my favorite, but I could talk myself into Penta because you immediately could roll into Penta versus Dom. The reason I think it's Dom is because of the tension that it'll put on Finn Balor. and it cause a breakup there. And then you can either go the direction of Dom and Finn, or you can go the direction of Dom and Penta. You keep all three of them together.
There's lots of different things.
I'm going Dominic Mysterio. I talked myself into it right now. All right, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria.
I think it's a no-brainer. It's Liv, duh.
I think if there was any match on the card that I was sure about, this is the one.
True.
Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley.
All right. I, with your girlfriend here, Bianca Belair.
So I didn't.
I did because I feel like they like what's that called? Not titles. Records.
But told you, I've explained this to you on numerous occasions.
I know that you explained it to me, but I feel what I feel, and I feel like it's going to happen.
I just don't think so. I think EO is in this for a reason.
When we get to our surprise, we'll figure it out, okay?
Oh, shit. Okay, that's your surprise for night one. All right, cool. All right, Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. I said Io Sky for the last one, right? I'm Io Sky.
I think so. I don't know if you actually ever meant.
Okay, I want to put that on record.
You said Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. I chose Drew. All the way.
Same. Drew McIntyre as well. And then Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. So we only have one difference on this night.
I chose John Cena.
So did I.
Oh, well, see, how did you know that I chose John Cena already?
No, I'm just saying I was looking because I guessed. I
just
assumed from what you said all week that you were picking John Cena. So the only ones we have a difference on is the Io, Bianca, and Rhea match.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of points to be won in this thing.
I mean, we're pretty close in both of our predictions, but we'll see.
All right, what's your get hype moment for night 2?
Chelsea Green is going to intervene in the women's match.
Interesting. Okay. So you have a Chelsea Green moment.
We didn't see who Randy Orton was going to fight.
We'll come back to that.
Okay,
that's the last one.
Okay.
My get hype moment for night number 2.
Yes, sir.
After losing in the night 1 main event, and when all hell breaks loose in night 2, and The Rock shows up, and Travis Scott show up, Seth Rollins is going to come out to help his boy Cody Rhodes, and he is going to turn on Cody Rhodes, and he is ultimately going to be the one who sold his soul to The Rock to become the champion.
Wait, what?
So Cena will win the match, win the championship, but then there's going to be this moment where Rollins partners up with The Rock.
Okay.
And there will be confusion as to who is The Rock's guy.
Yeah.
Is it Cena or is it Rollins?
Okay.
And there will be a new faction that is formed, but there will be tension between the two, which will lead ultimately to a John Cena versus Seth Rollins down the road.
Oh, okay. That's real deep.
That's my guess. Is that
I just needed Chelsea Green to be in there somehow.
Rollins,
I felt like that would work.
I thought Rollins would win night 1, but I think it's a bigger thing to be in the story of night 2.
Yeah.
That's long shot. Probably not happening.
I don't know.
It's my get hype moment. I will get hype if that happens.
That would be pretty freaking hype, bro.
Who will be Randy Orton's? Wait, you said your get hype moment, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who will be Randy Orton's opponent?
Montez Ford.
Really?
I don't know. I just want him to be in it. So
okay,
I threw it out there.
I said Rusev.
Oh,
they're being very secretive with this. I think Rusev could be a fun surprise at this point in time.
That's a good one.
By not naming, I thought it was going to be Solo Sikoa. I still think there's a big chance that it's Nick Aldis, although I think it gets real messy when all of a sudden the general manager just takes a match away from somebody else.
True.
Rusev would be the kind of big surprise.
Yeah.
That would be interesting to me. That I think why not use that now? If you don't have Kevin Owens, use it as a moment to get that surprise.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Rusev.
Like
could be
Rusev.
Aleister Black. Could be Rusev. Could
So
be one of those two. I'm going Rusev.
Okay.
Rusev is who I'm locking
you in here.
Just because I think there's a little bit of familiarity and stuff like that.
Yeah. All
right. So that is our predictions for WrestleMania. We will calculate those and then we'll have a score from that. We still have our fantasy teams to calculate as well. But Lauren.
Yes, sir.
Drew McIntyre just did something that deserves a standing ovation. He laid down the law for fan behavior during WrestleMania week. He emphasized basic courtesy, encouraging fans, just be respectful to the wrestlers. But more importantly, he told them, wear deodorant. Okay? This is the big thing. He had to remind the IWC that, yes, you have to wear deodorant. A top superstar had to make a public service announcement about personal hygiene. It's a little bit funny, but it's more importantly, it's, I think, sad that this is a real thing. This has to be said out loud by Drew McIntyre, because not only I've been to AEW wrestling events where it just stinks.
Yeah.
There are people at WWE events who stink.
Yeah.
I don't understand what your parents, what your friends, what somebody at school didn't tell you. Just put some deodorant on.
But also, like, if you love somebody and they stink, tell them.
Exactly.
You know?
No, 100%.
Other people are talking about them, you know?
I don't like it, man. Just a shower before you go to WrestleMania, man. If you're traveling all the way to Las Vegas, a lot of people I assume are driving.
Yeah.
If you've been in a car 18 plus hours, you're gonna smell like shit.
Get you some dude wipes, some baby wipes, some
dude wipes,
girl wipes, whatever you need.
Jump in the shower immediately. Right when you get to your hotel, first thing you do, jump in the shower. Mm-hmm. I don't care if there's 12 of you staying in a room. 5-minute showers, just
with soap.
With soap. Got to be with soap, and then deodorant afterwards.
Yes.
Man, that to me, that's
I can't believe that he came out and said that.
I know he's joking. Like, I know it's a little bit of a joke.
Not though, because like they're probably doing signings and stuff like that, and they're handing you something. And
how many hugs do you think he gets where someone like walks up and just smells? It's just like, oh, I can't do that again.
I'm sure, and like I know I couldn't do it because I would be like.
Well, I'd say something. That's the problem. I don't have that filter.
Me neither.
They'd walk up. I'd be like, oh, you stink. Like
we went to Walmart the other day.
Oh, don't. Oh.
And went down the aisle. And man. I didn't know that y'all were avoiding the aisle. And I came down and I said, what the fuck is that?
It was horrible.
It was
so an employee
bad.
of Walmart was cleaning the glass on the frozen section. And as his arm would go up, it just like it made everything in that aisle look disgusting to me.
Yeah.
It was a great way to diet, is just have that guy walk around with you. You'll never be hungry. But it was disgusting.
Like he also never left the aisle. Like
he was
came
like,
back like 20 minutes later.
He was the troll that guarded the frozen food.
Yeah, for sure.
It was, I mean, I told you, you could smell it from end to end on the aisle, and he's in the middle.
Yeah.
You even got a little bit of it on the next aisle. But it was like highly concentrated. And you're right. We like circled around thinking we were going to come back, and he just lived in aisle 3.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm proud of Drew. I'm sure all the women thanked him too and said, thank you so much for saying that.
Wait, why would the women thank him?
Because the women don't really want to tell other people like, hey.
Oh, you mean the women wrestlers?
Yeah. Can you please wear deodorant?
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
I thought you were under the belief that most of these guys had girlfriends.
Oh, well,
no.
If they stink, probably not, you know?
Lauren, there's another cool story in the news today that blends a little bit of wrestling history with modern collectibles. WWE and Topps have teamed up to launch 2 new memorabilia programs, the Wrestlemania patch and the main roster debut patch program. It'll start at WrestleMania 41 at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas with each participating superstar. Everybody who's in WrestleMania will wear a commemorative patch on their gear during the event. And then these patches will be taken off as they come back to the back of the locker room. And these patches will then be put into insert cards that go into different Topps. I think they're called Topps Chrome right now. Mm-hmm. WWE cards. So you have a chance to get a 1-of-1 patch from a WWE wrestler. This is interesting to me because we play the
digital version,
the iPhone version of this game, which is extremely fun because it doesn't cost real money. You can just collect cards. But this piqued my interest a little bit to go, it could be fun to hunt for a 1-of-1.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Now, I don't know what those odds, I'd have to look at the realistic odds of like what is the chance that you get one of these cards, how many of these cards are out in the area? Are these things just being scalped and bought up? Yeah. Is this a Pokemon card situation? If it's all that, it's not worth getting into the weeds for. If there's a legitimate chance that you could end up with one of these patches, that's pretty cool. Also, the fact of doing the main roster debut patch is pretty cool. So that means like somebody from NXT gets called up and they have their first match at Monday Night Raw. They're going to wear one of these patches, and then that patch will come off and go into the deck or the package of cards, and there will be one person who gets to have that patch from the debut night, which is pretty cool. Like a one-of-one thing is pretty cool.
That's really cool.
But it just depends. If the odds are outrageous, because those cards aren't cheap. No. They don't give the cards away is what was interesting. No. I tried to do like some math before we came on here. At Walmart, they had a box of the cards. They call it like a booster or something like that.
Yeah.
And it came with 7 packs with 4 cards each. So that's 28 cards, and it was like $69.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that's a lot of money for if your odds are just terrible. And these, because I'm not in the business of trying to sell things one card at a time to make my money back. It's more going to be for fun to put up behind me or something like that. So that was interesting, but I think it's a cool program.
And I probably lose those cards like in like 5 seconds. Well, I would personally.
Well, the reality is you have to buy like the sleeves and the cases, and then when you pull the cards that are like 1 of 25, you've got to immediately sleeve them.
Yeah, I'd be that person who accidentally smudged it and then.
Well, our kids would be playing with them and stuff like, Seth Rollins off the top.
Yes, definitely.
All right, so let's stir the pot a little bit, Lauren.
Stirring the pot.
According to former WWE employee Matt Camp, there is a theory floating around right now at WrestleMania 41 that we could see Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch join new corporate faction led by The Rock and John Cena and Travis Scott. And honestly, after hearing this, I am so excited. After all the shit I said, Becky's not coming back. Throw that shit all out the window. After I said Seth Rollins had to win the triple threat match, throw that shit out the window, because you give me a faction right now that is The Rock, John Cena, Seth Rollins, Travis Scott, and Becky Lynch. Holy shit. That is... You talk about reinvigorating. I talk about the John Cena and Cody Rhodes match not being the talk of WrestleMania. If it leads to anything similar to this, the wrestling world will be on fire come Monday after Easter.
I let you micro-influence me. I should have stuck with my initial thought of the surprise being Becky Lynch was going to show up. Can I retract it?
Oh, yeah, I'll let you.
Okay. I think Becky Lynch is going to show up.
Based on this
That was my first thing that I decided that it was going to be, and then I changed it.
That's your night 2.
No, Becky Lynch is
night 1. This match is night 2.
Well, I'm going to go night 1, Becky Lynch night 2.
You think she shows up night 1?
She's going to show up night 1.
I think this all
I'm going to stick with what I said before. I'm going to go night 1. She's going to show up. She's going to show up.
This is a bad idea.
Doesn't mean she's going to fight, but she's going to show up. She's going to show up night 1.
So now let's play Fantasy Booker, because here's how I think it's going to go.
All right.
If this is even true. I don't know who Matt Camp is. Maybe he has some real information. I believe.
You know Matt Camp.
Like I said, and I clearly used this as a reference for what I tried to say about my get hype moment. But Seth Rollins is going to come out and he's going to turn on Cody Rhodes. And I think WrestleMania goes off the air, like I said, with a little bit of tension. It's like, is Seth in? Is Seth out? Is Seth part of the thing? Then on Monday, which is we know that is the big night after WrestleMania, where they do a lot of returns and a lot of surprises. I could see The Rock in the ring. I could see Cena in the ring. I could see then Seth Rollins coming out and saying, no, I'm in. I'm your guy, Rock. And so then that comes, and then Becky's music hitting and going, well, if you're in, I guess I'm in.
That was my Becky Lynch impersonation.
And then, I could see this happening. To me, this is a possibility.
I don't know. I'm going to stick with what I said.
Night 1.
Yeah.
So how do you explain that?
She shows up.
She just walks
by. I didn't say she fights. I just said she shows up.
But shows up where? Where on that card?
She just shows up in the ring.
Just at WrestleMania. Hey guys.
I'm here.
I'm back.
The man is back.
Oh, that is bullshit.
Yeah.
I think you're wasting a get hype moment. I'm giving you one last chance to put that on night 2.
No, I don't want to second guess myself. I'm sick.
What did you have as your night 2 get hype moment?
Chelsea Green. Yes.
Getting involved in a title match when she already holds a title? What are you doing?
I don't know, but this is what I thought.
I'm tossing you a softball.
No,
hit it out the park.
I don't want it. I don't want
hit
it.
it out the.
I don't want it.
Becky Lynch night 1.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll go for it.
10 questions.
Hey.
Let's go.
Oh man, damn it. Okay. All right, let's go.
This one's brought to you by We Too Deep from the Discord. I would say this is a medium mode. Now I'm going to tell you, Lauren.
Okay. I should have gotten yesterday.
Your boy Wavy D.
Yeah. He was disappointed in me.
No, he's out to get you.
Why?
He just sent me a list of 10 questions.
Okay.
And they are all hard mode.
Oh, damn.
Because there's like
I thought we were besties, bro.
He has an explanation after like each one. And yeah, they're hard mode, the ones he sent. But this one, medium. I'm going to go medium.
Is it a girl?
Yes.
Is she blonde?
No. He also had an issue. He said, you only use physical characteristics to get to where you're going. But that's because you have no knowledge of like belts and things like that.
Yeah. I don't that's how I know people. I picture them in my mind. They're like little pictures walking around, and then that's how I know who they are.
All right, that's 2.
All right. Wait, it was one.
Female, not
it's
blonde.
a girl. Okay, girl, is she's not blonde. Okay. So does she have a naturally occurring hair color? Like red, brown, black? If it's not one of those colors.
I got to look because at one time. Yeah. Are we going off of her WWE render?
I don't know what the hell her render looks like.
That would be so she's had different color hairs. This is a problem. What are we going to go with? I'd say neither one is natural though.
Okay. So she wears a wig.
I mean, I don't know if it's a wig.
Is she Hispanic?
No, that's 4.
Okay, so it's not Zelina Vega. All right. She's had different color hairs. Is she, I don't know what the right word is for this one. You know what I'm going to say? It's not African American. It's not Mexican. It's not white.
Asian?
Asian. Thank
no,
you.
It's not Asian. I think Asian's fine to say.
All right. So she's not Mexican.
No.
She's not. Well, I didn't ask if she was white.
Nope.
But she didn't have blonde hair. But is she white?
Nope. That's 6.
Damn it. Okay.
So 4 left.
Is she African American?
She is 3 left.
Okay. She said different colors hairs. You said that it changes sometimes. Is she on the WrestleMania card?
No, 2 left.
All right, so it's not Jade. It's not Bianca. It's not, and they're in WWE. Does that include NXT too, or no?
No, we're not doing NXT.
Okay. It could, but Michin's Asian, so it can't be her. It could be B-Fab. That's a possibility. Does her name start with a B?
Yes.
Is it B-Fab?
It is.
Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, right here, I got it again.
I tried not to smile when you said it.
You didn't think I was going to get that one, did you?
I said it was medium.
It was medium. I liked it.
I said it was medium.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I went through every race, and I finally got to the right one.
Yes, I said that was medium. And once you start circling into the right, the right aura or atmosphere, I knew you were in the ballpark. You had everything you needed at that point.
Yeah, but the one from yesterday, it was at the tip of my tongue. And,
I know.
And I lost it,
I know.
Just got to think in pictures.
True.
And then I'll figure it out.
True. So I think you're
3 and 7, -7.
4 and 3 and 4.
There we go.
What you are. I believe.
All right.
Okay.
I did it.
So to finish off the episode, overtime here. We've got to update our fantasy rosters for WrestleMania because we talked about there was going to be late additions, and there's been the couple late additions. So if you remember, your team is Tiffany Stratton, LA Knight, Rhea Ripley, CM Punk, John Cena, Drew McIntyre, Braun Breaker, El Grande Americano, Liv and Raquel, AJ Styles, Gunther, Naomi, and Penta El Zero.
Okay.
And my team was Bianca Belair, Jey Uso, Jacob Fatu, Io Sky, Seth Rollins, Logan Paul, Jade Cargill, Dom Mysterio, Rey Mysterio, Damian Priest, Cody Rhodes, Charlotte Flair, Roman Reigns, and Finn Balor. That means I have 14, you have 13. So you're going to get 2 picks in the supplemental draft. I get 1.
Okay.
There are 3 names left in the supplemental draft.
All right. Who are they?
Randy Orton.
Okay.
Randy Orton's mystery opponent, which at this point we have to just count that as a person. And then Bayley and Lyra Valkyria as a team.
Okay.
I probably could have done this by myself, but we have to do it on air just to get it on.
All right, so I want Randy Orton.
Okay, so then I get the next pick.
Okay.
I'm going to take the mystery opponent.
All right.
Which is going to leave you...
Bayley or Lyra.
No, you get the team of...
What was the team again? Oh, so then I get Bayley and Lyra Valkyria?
Yeah.
Okay. I know that's not how you say her name, but
so
it's okay.
My thought process behind this was because you have Liv and Raquel. Mm-hmm. And we already said that's a lock.
Yeah.
So taking Bayley and Lyra for me would have just been accepting a loss. At least with a mystery opponent, there is the longest of long shots they beat Randy Orton. Don't think it happens. I think this was a losing proposition for me. After making my predictions, I look at your roster and go, what the fuck was I doing?
Oh, I told you. I'm like a genius.
Because I have LA Knight winning. I have CM Punk winning. Mm-hmm. I have John Cena winning. I have Drew McIntyre winning. I have El Grande Americano winning. That's yours. I have Liv and Raquel winning.
It's like a lot of them are on my list, you know?
It does. And you have Randy Orton winning. But then on my side, we think Bianca could win.
True.
Jey Uso, I think, can win.
True.
Jacob Fatu's a long shot, but he could win.
It could happen. You never know.
I hedge my bet with Io Sky because I think it's Bianca or Io, so I've got that one. Seth Rollins is one I was real sure about, and I've talked myself out of. Ooh. I have Logan Paul, which is a win. You gotta just
go with the first thing that you think.
Logan should be a win. Jade Cargill should be a win. Mm-hmm. Now I have Dom Mysterio.
You do. I said Dom, so
that could be a win.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio could beat El Grande Americano because Rey Mysterio seems to always win.
I know.
So he could win.
That's why I don't want him to win.
Cody Rhodes could win.
He could.
Charlotte Flair, I think, is going to win.
Don't do it.
And then I have Roman Reigns as a backup as well for the other match.
We'll see. We will see what happens.
It should be good. I think it should be good. Probably.
What happens if I win?
I don't know. We'll have to maybe in the next couple of days we'll come up with the stipulations for all of these little bets we have going on. Okay. Right. But that's a wrap for today, guys. We gave our final predictions on WrestleMania. We discussed a possible new faction featuring Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, and we updated our fantasy rosters for WrestleMania. Like, subscribe, and let us know which matches you think we got right and got wrong in our predictions. The new merch is now live at casualwrestling.com. No need to put the /store. Just go to casualwrestling.com, and there is the store. Had a little talk with our guy Dead Chef today, and he brought up a good point, and it's something I'm going to look into. For guys like me and Dead Chef, we like tall sizes.
Okay.
The supplier that I'm currently using does not have tall sizes. Mm-hmm. So I might have to look into some other options to see what we could do for the big boys. The 3XL tall is the shirt we're looking for.
That is a big difference.
Big difference.
My people go for just the XL.
They want the width. I need the length is what I need.
My little Mexicans.
I'm the Notorious D. That is Level Up Lauren. This was CWCD. Stay loud, stay loyal, stay casual. Lauren, ring the final bell.
Ding, 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 ding.
Head down, we're ready to rumble.